himself. No criminal charges have been filed. They have not yet ruled it as a suicide. Vera will have an update on that at 7:25. A weekend drug bust in Birmingham resulted in the arrest of a former NFL All-Pro defensive back, Lamar Parrish. Parrish, an 8-time All-Pro with the Cincinnati Bengals and Washington Redskins, was jailed Friday night after authorities raided a West Birmingham home, found several bags of what they think is cocaine. Parrish was released yesterday after posting $5,000 bond. Also arrested, 39-year-old Emory Mike Howard and a Florida woman, Jackie Alston. Howard was released on $25,000 bond. Ms. Alston remains in the Jefferson County Jail. An estimated 300 to 400 laid-off workers at the Ford Motor Company plant in Sheffield are applying for 200 job openings at a plant in Ohio. Ed Jekyls, the company's industrial relations manager in Sheffield, says the non-skilled Ford workers are given a chance to stay with the company if they are willing to relocate. Earl Newman, a tool and die machine apprentice who has applied for one of the jobs, says his family doesn't like the idea of moving north, but he hopes to be picked. Says Newman, quote, "I've never been north of the Mason-Dixon line, but a man's got to work." When the space shuttle blasts off for its scheduled August 30th mission, an experiment developed at the University of Alabama in Huntsville will be riding along. Researchers are trying to test solid substances in an orbital atmosphere. Dr. John Gregory, the university's associate research professor of chemistry, is the principal investigator for the 26-hour experiment. More than 30 substances will be exposed to highly reactive atomic oxygen, a major component of the atmosphere in outer space. And filming of an adventure movie starring Timothy Bottoms and Robert Powell is set to begin today in Marshall County's Cathedral Caverns. The movie, Phantom of the Lost Caverns, is a tale of an adventurer who sets off to find a group of missing Army technicians, but instead comes upon a lost civilization. Most of the filming takes place in Alabama and Tennessee. The movie is scheduled to be released early next year. I think our own B.J. Cooley is going to be in the movie.
What I can't understand is why that they pick Alabama to get all of these lost tribes and things like that and resurrect them from caves. We're not just cave people down here.
We certainly are not. I do not understand that. Maybe because Cathedral Caverns has such a large cave.
I can understand why Billy Joe Cooley's been in both of them.
Yeah, but he's been lost forever. So Hal Sutton held on to win the 65th PGA yesterday. Woo, and I say held on.
The Golden Bear picked him up, though,
He made a run at him, no doubt about it. He was behind, way behind, and came back, picked up, and within one stroke of winning. Sutton
told his son yesterday morning, I need a 65 today.
He shot a 66.
And he shot a 66.
That's right. Got very close. I kind of wish that he'd have won it.
I was pulling for the big man.
And the Giants won the Battle of the Meadowlands. They beat the Jets yesterday, 23-16. Atlanta, they beat the defending champion Washington Redskins 13-10. And the Braves are idle tonight before beginning an 8-game homestand against the West Coast entries in the National League West. We've seen that somewhere before. The Giants arrive first for a 3-game set starting tomorrow night. Then the Dodgers come back in for another 3-game series. Then the Padres for 2 games. The Braves ended their 14-game road trip yesterday in Los Angeles, beating the Dodgers 5-2. And they go from leaving at 4.5 in front, they come back 5.5 in front. So our congratulations and keep on playing, Braves. Let's look at the weather, Johnny. Going to be mostly sunny, isolated thunder showers today. Generally fair tonight, sunny tomorrow. The winds will be light. The temperatures are going to be hot, no doubt about it. High today 92, low tonight 70, high tomorrow 89. Chances are that'll change as the day goes on. Now the current conditions, the barometric pressure is 29 and 94 hundredths and falling. Relative humidity at 87%. Winds from the east at 3. The temperature is 71 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Extended forecast. Wednesday through Friday, continued hot and humid. Could have wrote this one last week. Widely scattered thunder showers, lows 69 to 73, highs 90 to 95. In other words, it's going to be hot and dry.
We could have written it 6 weeks ago.
I'm afraid you're right. We'll be right back.
Carbon copy.
And we have a special guest today.
Mike Newton.
Yes, sir. We'll be right back.